Have you ever listened to an Argentine speak Spanish? Really listened? Not to the words, to the rhythm, to the melody, to the way their hands move while they talk. Because if you close your eyes, you would swear you are listening to someone from Naples or Genoa or Sicily. And you would not be wrong. Because the truth is, Argentine Spanish is not really Spanish. It is Italian wearing a Spanish mask. Welcome to Not Just Pizza. Today we are going on a journey across the ocean, from the old port of Genoa to the colorful streets of La Boca in Buenos Aires. We are going to discover why, after more than 100 years, an entire country still speaks with an Italian heart. To understand this story, we need to go back in time. The year is 1880. Italy is a young country, poor and divided. Millions of Italians are leaving. They are leaving because there is no work, no food, no future. They get on ships with a small suitcase and a dream. Most of them go to America, to New York, to Chicago, to Boston. And here is the key detail. Most of these immigrants do not come from Rome or Florence or Milan.
They come from Genoa, from Liguria, from the small villages along the sea. Between 1880 and 1920, more than 2 million Italians arrive in Buenos Aires, and most of them are Genoese. They are poor. They do not have a place to live, so they sleep in old houses, big houses divided into small rooms called conventillos. 20 people in one house, one bathroom, one kitchen, and 100 different dialects mixing together in the air. Genoese, Neapolitan, Sicilian, Calabrian, and Spanish. From this mix, something new is born. A new language, a new way of speaking, a new soul. This new language has a name. It is called Lunfardo. Lunfardo is not a real language. It is a secret code. It was born in the conventillos, in the ports, in the streets of Buenos Aires. It was the language of the poor, of the immigrants, of the people who had nothing. And guess what? Most of Lunfardo is Italian. Let me give you some examples. When an Argentine says Laburo, meaning work, they are not speaking Spanish. They are speaking Genoese. Lavoro in Genoese means to work. When they say Mina, meaning a beautiful woman, they are using the Genoese word Mina.
When they say Fainá, they are talking about farinata, the famous chickpea pancake from Genoa. In Buenos Aires, they eat it on top of pizza. It is a tradition that comes directly from Liguria. When they say mangias, meaning to understand, it comes from the Italian mangiare, to eat. To eat something in slang means to understand it. When they say pibe, meaning boy or kid, it comes from the Genoese pive, the apprentice. When they say gamba, meaning leg, it is the same word as in Italian. When they say nonna, meaning grandmother, it is the same word. When they say laborar, meaning to work, it is the Genoese verb. Hundreds of words, every single day, used by 30 million Argentines, who often do not even know that they are speaking Italian. But it is not only the words. It is the music. It is the accent. Argentine Spanish has something very special. They do not say tú, like in normal Spanish. They say vos. And the way they pronounce vos is unique. It has a musicality, a rhythm, a melody that does not exist in Spain or in Mexico or in Colombia. Linguists have studied this for years, and the conclusion is clear. The Argentine accent comes from the Italian immigrants.
When the Genoese, the Neapolitans, and the Sicilians learned Spanish, They did not learn it from books. They learned it on the streets, and they pronounced it with their Italian mouth, with their Italian rhythm, with their Italian melody. And this new way of speaking Spanish was passed down from father to son, from mother to daughter, for 4, 5, 6 generations, until it became the official accent of a country. Today, if you go to Buenos Aires and you ask someone to speak, you will hear the sh sound instead of the y sound. They say shu instead of yo. They say calle shu instead of calle yo. This sound does not exist in Spanish. It exists in Italian, in the dialects of southern Italy. So, when an Argentine speaks, you are hearing the ghost of an Italian grandfather who arrived in 1890 with a suitcase and a dream. But the story does not end with the words. It continues with the music. Because from this mix of Italian and Spanish, from this mix of Genoese melancholy and African rhythm, something else was born, something that would conquer the world.
Tango. Tango is not just a dance, it is a language. It is the cry of the immigrants. It is the nostalgia of a homeland that they would never see again. And the first tango songs were sung in Lunfardo. They were sung in a mix of Italian and Spanish. The bandoneon, the soul of tango, was brought by German sailors. But the heart of tango, the melody, the sadness, the passion, that is Italian. Carlos Gardel, the king of tango, had a French father, but his soul, his voice, his drama, that was pure Italian. Because tango is the son of the conventillos. It is the son of the Genoese immigrants. It is the son of Italy. And here is the most beautiful part of this story. All of this is still alive. Today, in Buenos Aires, a young person who has never been to Italy still says Laburo, still says Fainá, still says bibe, still speaks with the melody of a language that their great-grandfather spoke in a small village in Liguria or Naples or Sicily. Italy did not die when those immigrants got on the ships. Italy crossed the ocean. It arrived in Buenos Aires, and it is still there, alive, in every word, in every gesture, in every tango. So the next time you listen to an Argentine speak, close your eyes. You will not hear Spanish. You will hear Italy. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe to Not Just Pizza, because next week we go deeper. We discover the day Argentina became Italian. See you in the next video.